you run into a bunch of trolls and just garbage.
Hmm.
As I'm sure you know after playing them.
A lot of the time we use normals just as kind of a basis to like just try picks and build communication patterns
Yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah. It's not games that you're going in there being like, oh, if we crush, this is obviously the comp for us. Like, yeah, you know.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, no, it's. I mean, you guys looked really good. I would say definitely a highlight is that bot lane of you guys. I mean, you guys did very, very, very well both games. That you ended up winning game one. Won't really go over too much, but yeah, overall good set, good 2-1. Heck of a game too. By far the longest that Ham and I have ever casted.
Yeah, it's up
Sorry
there.
about that.
Eh, it is what it is. Sometimes the games take a while. I mean, shoot, we've been in them before. I
Oh yeah.
saw that screenshot that Ham sent me the other day. He was in a game of Vigar. I think I was in, and what was that? That was like a 68-minute game or something bonkers.
I don't remember this.
Um, it was. You sent me a screenshot of it quite some time ago, but needless to say, it was. We've all had those games that just never seem to end,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and when they finally do end, it feels good. So, yeah,
Hmm.
congrats, and you guys have 1 or 2 games next week. You know?
I know we have one at least.
Yes, everybody does.
Let me check.
That's all right.
I think we only have one.
All right. Well, looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Congrats coming into the league. 1 and I'm gonna say 0 because rematches haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so congrats on that, and looking forward to seeing more of you guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right. I need just a minute so I can go and take a tinkle.
Yeah. We're gonna take a 5 real fast, guys. I haven't made a new waiting screen, but I will bring back the good old elevator music.
Oh, Jesus.
So give us a 5 just to catch our breath before we get into this next game. And we'll be back right quick.
Alright, I'm back. Back?
I think you got back at the same time as me.
I've been back.
Oh, okay.
I heard your door open. I was like, it's him.
Hey, it's him.
God, that was a long fucking set.
Yeah.
I had to miss that entire third game.
Yeah, I mean, you could have gone into the game as long as you just promised not to lock yourself in the bathroom.
I feels bad.
It's gonna be my new running meme. I really want an ice cream emote now.
An ice cream emote. BRB ice cream.
Oh
You
shoot!
back live?
I said we're ready. Yeah, but I forgot to update the overlay again. Let me fix that.
Overlay!
Overlay. Alright, Vlad
Alright.
ban towards. It's probably towards Heat Viper. I think I've seen a couple Vlad bans at him.
Yeah. What do you think we're expecting to see here?
I'm expecting to see,
Slow gameplay?
yeah, slow gameplay, possibly a Jinx, maybe a Garen.
I'm hoping we see Garen, Galio, or Jinx on the side of Rockport.
Those are their favorite champions.
I'd be surprised if we do not see one come out.
We might see a Cassiopeia.
Yeah.
We could see a Cassiopeia from either Sean or Kiora.
Good. Yeah, Sean Bear did play cast last weekend too.
Yep.
God, he was have. Oh yeah, he had those really good ults on onto the Warwick. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Or just in general, actually, he was having a lot of really good ults. Saying I think it's gonna be hard to top the 58-minute game.
Yeah, I challenged them to go 68.
Please no. I don't think I can handle 2 of those in one day. And if they're both 3-game sets, oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Our third series is going to be like 2 hours late.
If it was another 3-game set,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tom Kench, first pick. Pretty strong option there. We've seen how good it can be. Haven't seen Senpai at all yet. Actually, fairly new to our league.
Yeah. Christian Brown for 100T Noob and BGG. We did see them play that earlier.
Yeah, we've seen him play it. It's actually BGG instead of Zonite, so not quite sure how well that's going to go for Rockport. BGG, traditionally a jungle player, but it looks like they're favoring Quick Slice in the jungle over BGG right now.
Oh, there's Zach. Today's the day of the Zach, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little interesting. Kind of just came up out of nowhere. But Kiora did get his Vayne. Well, he didn't do anything super flashy on it. He did definitely pop off on the Vayne. So, I'm excited to see how well that goes for him. Garen picked up for Heat Viper, but no surprise there. Sorry if I go quiet, by the way. I'm eating some lemon Oreos.
Some lemon Oreos? I didn't know that was a. Oh wait, no, those are the vanilla cookies, and they have lemon.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Oh my god, they're so good.
See, I love lemon cookies in general. Just any lemon cookies, I'm super down with. Did you ever eat the Girl Scout ones?
Girl Scout lemon cookies?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
Lemon drops. Lemon drop. Something like that. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was watching the Andy Milanakis show yesterday as well.
The Morg ban is a little interesting. It's strictly at Maniac. I don't want him on a kind of disengaged peel mid laner, which I think is actually a pretty strong choice.
Yeah.
Where Kanye being in the top lane now means Maniac is mid. We've seen Maniac struggle a little bit in the laning phase as a player, so Rockport trying to take away the ability for him to just play it slow and safe.
Savannah Smiles, by the way, is what they were called.
It's like the worst name for a cookie.
They were like a sugar cookie with powdered sugar around them, and then lemon on the inside.
Hmm.
They're actually really good.
Sounds interesting. Graves is going to have a heyday this game. He should have no problem getting in on the Zac, bullying him off of his camps. It's going to be a really big task for Galaxy to try and get lane priority so that they can help Zac if the Graves starts going for invades.
Malzahar? I like the Malzahar, actually. I just like Malzahar in general. I don't know if I like that, though. Alright, well.
Yeah, Singed, I'm not too sure about.
I just don't know about Singe right now in general.
Yeah, Singed right now in general. And we also saw last game how like it just wasn't really effective against the Garen. So not really sure where that's going. But the Malzahar, I do like. When we did the predictions and we were talking about champions, I forgot to mention how much I want to start seeing more Malzahar in mid lane. I think in this league, in this meta, he's going to be really good. He's super safe, has a lot of really good pick potential. So I want to see more Miles, and this is a good start.
The Malzahar tax is so nice. Just you're forced to get the QSS on your carries.
Yeah.
At least I call it the Malzahar tax.
Yeah, I say the suppression tax because it's the same thing with Skarner. So
yeah. Yeah, one of those two champions, if they're in the game, then yeah, you're just forced to buy it because you have to, or else you're just in troubles.
I mean, unless the Malzahar like never ults, which I've seen happen.
Yeah, or it moves in his altar.
Right, or the team can't
That's
follow
always
up on
the
the
worst.
suppression. But if it's a good Malzahar and a team that knows how to play around it, QSSs are essentially needed.
What's you a dead guy?
And while it is a tax that you have to pay, on the bright side, it does kind of negate everything that Malzahar wants to do come mid to late game. So it is something that can swing both ways.
It is. All right, what are we thinking here for the betteronis?
I don't know.
I think
You want to go QSS's bot?
I'm gonna go first dragon timer.
Okay.
Something kind of weird. Normally we do like total dragons for first blood turret. We don't normally do first dragons.
When do you think?
I was thinking like probably 11 to 12.
Oh, that's a long one, okay.
Well, I figure because Graves really isn't going to solo it,
I mean, he can.
I feel like he shouldn't be. I just felt like he shouldn't in this game at least. Like maybe he will. I don't know. Team play, I feel like it's less likely unless it's like a Warwick that does a level 3 or something like that. If you think it's less, we can go less. But
I was thinking 6 or 7. No, I put it in at 11.
6 to 7, holy.
Games have been exploding bot, man. Even with Rockport, like they've got a pretty aggressive bot lane.
Yeah.
Wow, you think it's gonna be longer than that? You think it's gonna be longer than 11? Jeebus, man. I mean, I guess it's possible.
Seeing slow, steady gameplay multiple times from Rockport,
Yeah.
even with aggressive lanes.
I mean, I wouldn't consider not taking Dragon to be slow and steady, though. I think that's just negligent
Right.
gameplay.
See, he's going to be more focused on counter jungling and destroying the Zac. He's going to be about the dragon.
I mean, ideally,
And
you
then
counter
it's-
jungle, and then once you have, jungle
There's
control, you
gonna
just
be,
take the Drake.
Going to be like just a garbage Drake, an ocean. Not garbage, but no one really prioritizes the ocean super highly.
Yeah.
Gotta take it when it's easy. Now, if it's an Infernal, we're gonna be seeing it taken probably pretty quick. Did you like old Galio or new Galio better? Sorry. Reworked Galio, but damage or tank. I guess I should rephrase that as. Go for ice cream.
Oh, had muted. Sorry. Um. Sorry, I got an Oreo in my mouth.
You're good.
I tank Galio.
You like tank Galio better?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Liked his infinite wave clear with 2 Doran's rings.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because I mean they nerfed that, which is what made him broken, right? Because him being a tank wasn't broken,
Right.
and then so they balanced him around his wave clear, and they're just like, let's just make him a burst carry, and then they made him too bursty. And they're just like, let's make him kind of tank and kind of burst. And I was like,
He's
at
not
this
gonna be
weird
good
middle
at
ground.
either.
Yeah,
He's just kind of there.
I mean he's still a good champion, but I just feel like he's not.
Right.
It doesn't feel like he does what he's supposed to do, right? Because he should be doing one or the other, and it feels like he just doesn't do either. Very, very well.
Yeah. Now, I'm hoping it's not just me, but I really wish that there was a rotating game mode of pre or patch release champions.
The problem is that's nearly impossible to do.
Or post rework. Like, if you could just make the champions come out as like post or have their abilities as pre rework, I should say. Or I want to be able to play old school Galio at some point again in my entire life, or Urgot, like something like that. I think it'd be fun to be able to go back and do that.
Yeah, I mean it can be. Like I said, it's just very difficult to actually do that.
Right. Or even if it was down now that I get into game and it tells me it is, I can't have it downloaded perfect. I think it'd be fun. Like even if it was in customs, like it doesn't even have to be rotating. Like shoot, I'll just go into a custom, play with it against bots.
All right, finally in game.
Yatta!
Yatta!
Soul Stealer Vayne. I don't know why Vayne's not Ginger then. I can say that.
Gingers are the best, dude.
Huh?
I said gingers are the best.
Yeah, we are.
I like me some redheads.
Redheads are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're cool people. I haven't met a redhead that I dislike.
Well, I have. They were a little too fiery for me. Got him. Yeah, this chick I went to school with was not a fun person to talk to. Like, I think I didn't like her because it was like talking to a brick wall.
Mm.
With.
Yeah.
I was like, well. And whenever she got angry, it was just, oh boy.
I've never seen Comet on Cinched before.
I have
It's
not either.
always airy. I think generally for good reason too, because like it procs so
Melee
fast
matchup.
and so often. Yeah, you're standing on top of them, right? So Airy's gonna proc multiple times from the poison, and even if you don't, like it still should proc about twice from every time you land the poison on them.
Yeah.
That's a little weird to see. I feel like Rakanye needs to kind of play this lane a bit more passively.
until he gets his flingy, not that fun because Garen definitely is gonna win the trade.
Right. I mean, even then, I just don't
Yeah.
see Singed winning trades versus Garen. Right. Garen's just gonna dash in, use his Q, get the grass proc. That's gonna help him with the minion aggro. And it's not a fun time for Singed. But he's certainly trying. Using a lot of mana in the process actually might be a little bit of a rough spot if Graves decides to come up here. Which we'll have to see if he does. It's a really good ward from Shamber onto the blue buff to see Zach doing that. It's a bit of a shame that they're not actually going aggressively towards it, considering they actually had priority in both lanes. But Shamber is going up in the end, so they might actually be able to force him off of there. Heat Vipers come down too. And yeah, looks like they've actually forced Zach off of the blue buff.
Pretty big.
Yep. Pretty strong early game play. It's always a shame seeing someone like watch their buff just get taken and they just like stand there instead of like going to another camp. Like would have backed. I mean, I guess going for the Gromp there is nice, but I don't know. I feel like backing there would have been ideal. Where Kanye West in a little bit of a bad spot. Quickslice does have the red buff, could flash this if he wants it, but just gonna try and kite it out for the time being. There's no way Rakanya gets out of here. First blood over to Heat Viper on the Garen. Solid job there.
Garen, baby.
Oh yeah, he did all the work.
Graves auto a couple times. Garen hit him with 2 Qs, and we called her good.
Yep. Sean, we're getting a
Mechanics.
good trade versus Maniac, and it's really what it's going to be for a bit here is Shambe is just going to shove in mid, maybe take a trade versus the Malzahar. So I don't expect too much to happen, but the Senpai is not really taking any damage.
Yay, Tom Kench.
Yeah, I really wonder why the camera's just focused down here, like nothing's happening.
Because there's a vein.
It was a really good trade from Kiora, though, actually. Turned around 100 T noob when he tried to go for the Tom Kench. Considering Tom Kench can just heal that all back up with his gray health, it's definitely a trade that Rockport doesn't really want to make anymore.
We get Cottonmouth.
Not really. And probably, but I don't think it's not really like a recurring thing for me.
No, I don't get him much. So when I do, it's kind of annoying.
Maybe you should stop going into the fields.
I don't eat the cotton when I'm out there, Ham.
Just make pillows out of it. Are cotton plants actually edible? I'm actually curious. Probably not.
I mean, I don't think there's anything toxic about them.
It's got, I don't know, pretty much eating cotton there.
Right, but I mean, what's toxic about cotton?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure their
I couldn't
seeds are.
imagine.
I'm pretty sure their seeds aren't good. I don't know. Why are we talking about cotton?
That's the Cottonmouth, and start going that I was working on a cotton plant.
Kanye's actually starting to kind of get the better of this, and he doesn't even have any items. Heat Viper with the Merc Tread's not really helping out too much. Problem is, like,
Right,
as Singed, like, you don't have any options to, like, press this kind of health advantage.
Right. You gotta wait for them to get CS.
God, sorry if we're quiet. I'm super exhausted after that last set already. And I didn't even get to eat lunch, so I'm like hungry AF at the moment. Graves standing on a ward. Looks like they're gonna try and make a bot lane play now that Sean Bear is 6. Very standard kind of play pattern here from Rockport. Senpai already forced to flash away, knowing that the Graves is here. Might be able to turn something around to the BTG though. He's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, BGG definitely took the worst end of that trade.
Yep. Yeah, Mafia's been down here for a long time as well. Wants to try and get the elastic slingshot. Still manages to land it onto the Lucian even after the dash, but doesn't get the stretching strike still. Forcing flash and heal out is really good. That puts Kiora in a really nice spot to try and take over this lane. The hard part
They're
is...
doing really well as a Vayne down here.
Yeah. I want to see the Tomcat start playing just a little bit more aggressively now.
Mm-hmm.
But still just kind of playing the bush game for now.
Yep. They're just happy farming. Which, I mean, they should be. They can just farm this out. They should be pretty happy.
Yeah.
Vayne's going to be infinitely more useful than a Lucian come late game.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. If they can get there and play the fights correctly. Zach is once again bottom looking for that slingshot. See if he can get it. 100T noob. Playing pretty back. Here comes the charge. Wants to get it in. Actually manages to lands it onto the Braum. He's going to pull him in. He still has flash if he wants, but a Let's Bounce is going to bring both of them back in. This could be pretty disastrous right now for Rockport. 100T noob on the wrong side of the fight. Still kiting away pretty well. Running towards the turret. It looks like they might be able to split up the fight. BGG trying to flash away. Mafia gonna get hit into his passive. Now Subtle Vision burning down Kiora. Did manage to find 100T noob in a little bit of a tussle with the Galio. Does a lot of damage though. This is where he excels. True damage versus Galio is so efficient. Now Heat Viper forced to flash away at the same time, and Galaxy get a really good trade there. 3 for 0. And might even be able to pressure this tower if they decide. Looks like they'll go for the dragon instead.
If they would have went for turret, I was close on the 11 minutes, alright? 10 to 11. I was pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And it was an Infernal.
Good old Infernal Drake. I don't blame them going for the Infernal over the tower there. Just ensure that late game with the Zac and the Malzahar and the Vayne.
I think they're fine staying in this lane as a 1-0-2 Vayne.
Yeah. Yeah, Quickslight's trying to get damage up top, but actually doing almost nothing to the tower so far. Vayne definitely feeling good about that. Has her Cutlass, has 2 daggers, and finished Greaves already. It's a lot of fighting power for Kiora.
Yeah. As Vayne's working out pretty well for him. He did very well on it last time, too.
Yeah. Viper running into Rakanye. Didn't quite get the silence off. I don't know if you actually want to take the rest of this trade there, Rakanye. You're taking a lot of damage there, bud.
Yeah, it's really weird because both these guys, like, kind of extended trades.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say Garen probably gets the better end of it, though.
I think Garen gets it for the first like couple seconds.
I'd say it's probably level based. Looks like Kiora actually doing quite a bit of damage off onto BGG. It doesn't look like BGG and 100T noob have the same kind of synergy that Zonite does down there.
They do not.
Which is a pretty big upside for Galaxy in this set, the fact that Zonite's not here today.
Did we ever hear where he went or no?
I don't know. I just didn't see him. It might be that they're trying to bring BGG just back in, but...
Could be. Pretty good jungler last year.
Yeah, he was a very good jungler. I was a little surprised at first that he wasn't jungling this game, but I think if you're going to bring in another person and like it conflicts with another role, stick with the guy that you've been playing with in that role already for a bit.
Yeah.
Right? Quick Slice has been jungling for them in week 1 and even yesterday, so Probably better to do that. Looks like there's going to be an all-in, though. Nice Glacial Fissure, but the Vayne ult is out. Lots of damage coming in. A little bit of a Devour stalls out the damage, though, from Vayne. 100 Noob forced to run away. Tom Kench with the kill. They do need to be careful because Quick Slice coming in as well. Should be able to pick up a nice one here. There's no Devour from the Tom Kench. I think Kiora might be able to actually finish this off, but an ultimate from the Galio means he's not going to be able to. You need to start running there, Tom Kench.
1 for 1.
Yeah, definitely in the favor of Rockport.
Yep.
But still not the worst thing.
Wasn't shutdown fortunately slash unfortunately?
Yeah.
Down for both sides, because if it was shutdown, then at least your Vayne was getting the kills, not your Tom Kench.
Yeah. It was actually a bit of an unfortunate situation. Vayne was about to get the kill onto Braum, and Tom Kench got the Devour off, which, like, meant she didn't get the damage off, so she didn't, like, get to do anything for a while, and then Tom Kench still got the kill anyways.
Yeah, that really hurt.
Yeah, in that situation, just let your Vayne get the kill, right? Save your Devour for peeling away from the Vayne, which would have really helped when the Graves came in. Could have devoured and flashed out, but didn't have it. Oh my god, speaking of Devour, did you see the nerfs that they're doing to Devour next patch?
No.
Holy crap, they're doubling its cooldown.
Holy. What?
They're doubling its
Why?
cooldown, but if you use it on an enemy, its cooldown goes on half. So aggressively, it's the same cooldown.
Okay.
That's
not too bad then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still pretty rough, don't get me wrong.
I don't know if it's double whole game or just double at level 1. But yeah, it's a
Ultimate is
28-second cooldown level 1 now.
It's like an alt.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Got from them getting the top tower though there.
Yeah, because Singed went and executed, he was trying to proxy. It didn't work out for him. He executed himself. Ended up losing this tower to it. So you gotta be careful on the Singed. Can't just kind of run up and do that, sadly. There are repercussions.
There are generally, yes.
No, Mafia trying to bait them out here. Might be able to get a good fight, but Schomberg's going to be collapsing before Maniac Bane, and a nice Demacian Justice forces out the Cell Division. Should be a free kill going over to Rockport. Should open up the Rift Herald as well.
Good job from Rockport to capitalize on that. Rockport starting to bring it back. They're actually heading out due to that first tower going down, so that's pretty big.
Yeah. It's double the cooldown level 1 and an extra 6 seconds at level 5.
Okay, that's not... I mean, that's big, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you factor in CDR and everything, because you can generally get 40%. Tom Kench.
Yeah.
Oh, BGG. Going a little... Or 100T noob going a little close there.
He took a pretty big chunk of damage, didn't he? I gotta catch up my game. There we go.
But thank God for play the Rune King.
It's a pretty nice item. It's really annoying to have to lane against, but I guess when both of you have it, like, no one really cares.
Right, then it's just the same thing all the way around.
Right. Definitely a very strong item after the cost reduction that they gave it.
Mm-hmm.
Not nearly as strong now that crit is like the same price, but Looks like Schomber going to try and capitalize on the fact that Malzahar is back to get a nice amount of bot lane presence. It's another Infernal Drake, which would be really, really good for Galaxy to pick up here.
Yeah. Both teams absolutely love this. Obviously, Galaxy.
Oh my god, Mafia with the stretching strike catches out 100T noob. They're going to be diving. One more auto attack from the Vayne. Should be able to pick it up, but a flash in.
Oh.
He gets the heal. Doesn't quite get out. Now Kiora able to chase away from the Garen. This is a pretty good fight so far for Rockport. They're barely making it away. Oh my god, the ult from Graves picks it up. And just a fight. That was a fight of inches at first, and then it just went in a sweep.
Vayne just barely missed the kill on the Lucian there.
Yeah, he got the heal out just in time. It was a little bit of like a pretty risky play because they had just recently seen the Galio in the area, and they knew that Malzahar wasn't around and would have to TP, and a little bit of a shame that he didn't even TP at all.
All he got was some damage on the mid lane. Didn't get hurt or nothing.
Yeah.
We're kind of gonna execute you.
I feel like Singe just do it because they think it's the right thing to do, right? Like,
Right.
proxying like this really isn't helping his team at all, right? He's not on the map now. He's got a 25-second death timer. He can't respawn and help his team. He can't TP to make a play or anything now, right? Like, being up there that far, you're not getting more farm by doing that, right? You're
gonna get it either way.
Right. It's gonna come to you. What you're doing is you are denying the enemy from having a minion wave to defend their tower. But if no one's there anyway, like, why are you so deep trying to proxy and just executing and giving the enemy team a 25 seconds of reprieve?
Yeah, I understand. Like, if you're gonna go up there proxy wave and then get away through the jungle, like, whatever, I guess. But executing can be kind of rough.
Yep.
We're at 2k gold lead now. Holy.
Yeah, I mean, it exploded pretty quick. They did even out the gold when they got the first tower. Now they're getting all these kills, and CS is actually pretty much even besides the jungle. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's growing.
Grace is pretty much the only one that's ahead farm wise.
Yeah.
I mean, Galio sure a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, 10 CS. A lot of that's going to even up here. Rift Herald is going to be used in the mid lane. Not a whole lot of ability to defend this from Maniac Bane. Might be able to get his ult off to catch someone, especially if it's in conjunction with the Zac jump. The taunt is coming through. Might be able to get the catch onto the Graves. Taking a lot of damage. He's going to fall down quite immediately, but here comes the Graves. Another nice knock up onto Zac. He's burning down from the AoE. Jeanbear with the pickup kill there, and Don Kent's just a little bit too late. I think Rockport gonna be able to get the tower in the end. Might even be able to get a second charge off. Now Kiyora's here. This is actually a pretty dangerous fight. She wants to go. A nice use of the Condemn, though. Blocks him in the middle of his charge. Nice Devour to save her away for the time being, and Singe takes the top tower.
created turrets there and a kill. I guess Zac died too, so 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Straight up all the way around. But 100T noob probably gonna get the spot.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets the bot tower. Not even going to be in too bad of a spot. Tom Kent's not able to get there. Rakanye wants to chase down, but nah, no way he's actually going to get there. 3 turrets to 1 for Rockport, sitting up about 2.3k gold. Looking pretty decent for him at the moment.
Viper and Chomber are doing really good this game so far.
Yeah, definitely playing very well for themselves. Same with the Quick Slice. Sitting at 1-1 and 5. Pretty good KP. Well, perfect KP actually.
Yeah. I definitely story this game is the top side of the map.
Yep. They do lose mid tower trying to go for this play. Zac's on the side. They should be a little bit careful, but it does give Garen a bit of time by himself. Stretching Strike's not going to be able to catch up a kill, but a flash in for the taunt. Lots of damage coming down to Kiora. He does fall. Ooh. This is going to be a great fight for Galaxy. All their damage is gone. They're chasing forward onto a Singe, but I don't think it quite matters. Senpai, one auto attack away, does fall. Doesn't even use his gray skin. I don't think it would have helped a whole lot.
Then trying to weave back and forth.
Yep. Just another fight where Maniac wasn't there, had TP, didn't use it. He's pushing in mid, but I mean they're gonna lose top. They're gonna lose another 2 kills here. I mean Garen literally about to take that top inhib tower, isn't he? Oh, he's half health. And Kura's gonna stop him, but yeah, they lose a lot more than they gain by opening up mid like that.
Yeah, they lose 2 tier 2s for and a bunch of kills for a tier 2. That's really rough. I guess I got a kill on the Braum, but
yeah, they're down 5k now. They doubled the gold lead that they had.
Definitely one of the most one of the most aggressive games we've seen from Rockport so far.
Yeah.
Lucian just tried to dash and he didn't make it?
I didn't even see him try to dash. I just saw him walk up
Okay,
the wall and not do anything.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I can see the animation, but...
Who knows?
Oh, he didn't have possibly not enough mana. He was pretty low.
Does it just make it a Schomburg go... He goes Medjai's every single game.
He does generally, yes, and surprisingly, it's been working for him most games.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. You generally don't see Mages actually paying off.
I mean, nobody's actually trying to focus him down.
Right.
Once a team starts focusing a little bit more on the mid lane, it's a bit more mid lane centric style, it might not pay off so well. But we'll see. Kiora does have his Rage Blade now. That is a huge spike. He just needs to live long enough to actually get his damage off. And there's like...
He's been getting popped pretty quick.
Yeah, he has. There's no super hard engage either, right? It's all like secondary gauge coming out from Rockport. So if he positions well at the beginning of a fight, he should be fine. It just comes down to, again, how well he positions at the beginning. Don't get caught by the Galio, and he should be good to go.
A lot of the engage seems like this Braum jumping in and I don't want to say getting caught, but like almost baiting them, and Galio ulting on top and getting a big ult with it.
Yeah.
Along with Graves.
Good amount of damage coming down onto the Tom Kench. Might actually be able to get a kill. Thick Skin is going to be used, though. Garen TP gonna be canceled as they trade damage back onto Sean Bear. This is so fun watching Singed.
Watching Singed run around with a Garen. Wee wee.
Both of them just sit there and do circles. Gotta love it. Singed Poison should actually just be like a trail of Garen spin.
Is there, I guess Wit's End. Was there, other than that, is there any MR item that acts like a Black Cleaver?
No, yeah, just Wit's End.
Okay.
Even that one. I hate Wit's End. Everyone's just like, oh man, I love building Wit's End in this situation. I'm like, the only like person that should ever be building Wit's End is like Kog'Maw.
Yeah.
And even then, like, it should never be like one of the first items you build.
No.
The 42 damage is nice. I think it's 42, but it's such a terrible scaling item.
Yeah.
You build it as like you're literally just one track for so long. God, I think I saw Nar build it yesterday. I was so tilted. Like I think it was LPL. Yeah, I wanted to just. I was irate.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Cinch pick's paying off so far.
No, he's positioning and he's doing the annoying run around his Cinch stuff, but not actually doing it in a productive way. I think Bane's in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the Glacial Fissure. He's going to be caught up. Now Kiora's in a little bit of trouble, but a nice Devour. Oh, this Let's Bounce actually brings him right on top of the Vayne. That's a little bit of a misstep. They need to be careful in the rest of this fight, but I think it should be clean. BGG is going to go for the dive. Should be concussive blows stacking up. And good fight there. That's the hardest thing about Zach is ulting people onto your carries. I do it all the time. It's like the worst feeling ever.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, oh god.
He's like, I got a big ult. Yes, I'm gonna bring him back. He's like, oh wait, never mind. My 80 carries are right there.
Yeah. I mean, part of his carries just need to learn to like step back when Zach grabs people, because
Right.
like, where am I gonna bring him? That's gonna be advantageous for us. Well, obviously towards us, right? And a lot of carries just like, oh, Zach landed on him. I'm gonna run straight at him. It's like, oh god, why are you doing that?
Like, no, stay back.
Yeah,
He'll
but-
come to you, I promise.
And that situation didn't look like it was a super big flub. Like, because Zach specifically didn't even bring them straight back. He tried to bring them at a strange angle. It just happened to be the angle that Vayne was trying to kite in.
Right.
So really unfortunate situation there. They're going to lose 2 inhibs off of it.
2 inhibs down. Rockport should be able to grab Baron. Pretty much as they would like. They're not going to take it super quick or nothing like that, but they can take a fight if they'd like. See, they're so far ahead right now.
Yeah.
Stacked Magi on the side of Galio.
Yep. He is feeling pretty good about that. Looks like he's going to be going for possibly a Frozen Heart Galaxy with another Balls to the Walls Baron. We saw them do this yesterday, right? I think they tried this versus Vex. Somebody tried this yesterday and it didn't work out. We'll have to see how well it goes for them. Here comes a TP. Could be a disastrous fight. I think they're going to be able to pick it up. Zac does manage to get it. They secure it. Now they're trying to run away. Schomburg with the flash in. I think they just need to leave the Zac for dead.
Yep.
Call it good.
Oh, they actually got it. That's really good job from them to get that. Recognizing Rockport was backing and at least get that away from him. I'm sure you lost the Zac in the process, but I'd say that's worth 100% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, now Rockport doesn't have that option. Their only option really here is to push up on the top lane now. So hopefully Rakanye kind of plays this slow.
Still, I mean, it's a good option. They had to deal with the supers coming in from mid and bot. They should be able to get this at some point.
Yeah, it's going to be hard because, I mean, besides the Galio, the wave clear isn't super good, but they can definitely just zone them off here. There's no real tank or engage threat at the moment from Galaxy. Vayne still dealing with supers, so yeah, third inhib for them. Oh, it looks like Schomburg wants to move in. They can actually play pretty aggressive here if they want from Galaxy, because Schomburg doesn't have flash. It looks like Kiyora's going to get flashed on the backside of the fight. Nice left bounce from the Zac is going to bring a couple in, but a Galio ult going to knock up one. Meanwhile, Kiyora dies in the bottom side of the fight, and it should be pretty much Rockport cleaning up, ending game. That's 3 dead. I don't see a way that they don't close this out here. Not with all these minion waves.
You're very surprised that they somehow don't end here.
Yeah.
Just getting some kills. Pad the KDA stats. Good game from Rockport. 29 minutes. That's a pretty good game time actually for the meta we're in right now.
Yeah, they played it fast. They had a game plan. They did a lot of really early jungle invades with Schomburg and Quick Slice. Actually, they had a lot of good setups there. The camera was always focused on bot lane, so we didn't actually get to see it, but I was keeping track of it on the mini map.
It was a really good game from Rockport overall. They're actually aggressive there.
Yeah.
And the right amount of aggressive too. They weren't just blindly taking fights. I personally think that was actually probably one of their best games.
Yeah, even with the pretty disastrous bot lane fight early on, they ended up getting the best of it. Used the Galio ult to its fullest.
What do you think for MVP? I'm deciding between Schomburg and Quick Slice for that one. I think they both did really well.
Yeah.